Imagine waking up tomorrow with no limits, no hesitation, no fear of what could go wrong. Just this blazing fire inside you, the kind that tells you you're meant for more. More success, more money, more freedom, more everything. That voice inside you that's been whispering, "You're playing too small," suddenly turns into a roar. That's what the 10x rule is all about. It's about taking that whisper and turning it into a battle cry. Hello, I am Alloy, and welcome to AudioFi Books, where you will find excellent audio summaries of books in a very easy and interesting way. If you want to learn from new books, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with today's book. You see, most people set goals based on what they think they can realistically achieve. Maybe it's a little more income, a few more clients, or an extra vacation. But here's the problem. Realism is often just a code word for fear. Grant Cardone says if your goals don't scare you a little, they're not big enough. He doesn't want you to double your goals. He wants you to multiply them by 10. Cardone calls this the 10x rule, and it works in two ways. First, set targets that are 10 times bigger than what you initially think. If your goal is to earn $100,000, set it at $1 million. If you want 1,000 subscribers, aim for 10,000. Second, take actions that are 10 times greater than what you believe is necessary. Because here's the truth. Most people underestimate what it takes to succeed. They put in average effort and wonder why they get average results. The 10x rule obliterates average. Cardone learned this the hard way. He talks about how he used to operate under the false belief that hard work was enough. He'd put in a decent effort, wait patiently, and hope things worked out. But when the 2008 recession hit, everything changed. His business was on the brink of collapse. He realized he needed to push harder than ever. He didn't just want to survive. He wanted to dominate. That's when he discovered the power of taking massive action. Massive action means you don't dabble. You don't sort of try. You go all in and then some. While others are resting, you're working. While they're posting selfies, you're closing deals. It's not about working 20 hours a day. It's about showing up relentlessly, consistently, and with more firepower than anyone expects. And yes, that level of intensity scares people. But fear, as Cardone explains, isn't your enemy. It's your compass. Most people interpret fear as a signal to stop. But the 10x mindset sees fear as confirmation that you're headed in the right direction. You don't avoid fear, you chase it. If something makes you nervous, making that call, launching that product, investing in yourself, that's a sign you must do it. Success, according to Grant, is not just for the lucky few. It's your obligation, your duty, not something to casually pursue, but something to commit to like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Your potential, your legacy, your impact, they all depend on whether or not you take success seriously. This mindset shift is crucial. Instead of thinking, how can I get by? Ask, how can I dominate? Don't play not to lose, play to win. That energy is contagious. Whether you're in business, working a 9-to-5, studying for exams, or building a personal brand, people are drawn to those who operate with conviction and certainty. But it's not just motivation. The 10x rule is practical. One of the biggest traps people fall into is underestimating the effort required. You think success is going to take 1 or 2 tries, so when you fail, you take it personally. Cardone says, expect problems, expect resistance, expect that it's going to take 10 times the energy, time, money, and discipline you think it will. That way, when things get hard, you're not surprised, you're ready. There's another vital concept in this book. Average is a myth. Cardone makes a strong case that average is actually worse than failure. Why? Because failure teaches. Average lulls you into comfort. It convinces you that not bad is acceptable. But not bad never built an empire. Not bad doesn't inspire, doesn't lead, doesn't change lives. He wants you to eliminate average from your vocabulary. And that leads us to personal responsibility. One of the boldest claims in the 10X rule is this: you are responsible for everything in your life, even the things that seem out of your control. That's not to blame yourself, it's to empower yourself. If you believe external forces control your life, then you're powerless. But if you take full ownership, you become unstoppable. Cardone practices what he preaches. His career wasn't handed to him. He battled addiction in his younger years, got rejected countless times, and built his business from the ground up. What made the difference? Relentless drive, obsession, a refusal to accept mediocrity. And that's the final idea he leaves us with. Obsession is not a bad thing. Society often tells us to be balanced, to take it easy, to not want it too much. But Cardone flips that completely. He says, be obsessed or be average. If you're not obsessed with your goals, you'll always find excuses. But if you're obsessed, you'll find a way. So what does 10X living actually look like? It means when you feel tired, you still show up. It means when others are looking for shortcuts, you're building your foundation. It means when fear shows up, you move faster. It means setting goals so big, they excite you and scare you at the same time. That's not fantasy. That's the 10X life, and it's available to you right now. You don't need permission. You don't need credentials. You just need to decide. Because success is not for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose.